I don't know about you lot, but if my employer told me that I had to attend a course or a training program just to make sure that they know that I understand it is illegal to rape a woman or anyone, then I'd be quite offended, really. I'd be thinking, my God, you patronising fucks, what the fuck do you think you're employing here? And besides, a shitty little course in order to tell you that raping women is wrong. It doesn't work. You've got prison officers, you've got policemen and women. You've got people in authority who have all gone on to sexually assault women and men. And these people were in careers where their job was to basically protect the public. And so a little course like this, it's not going to deter anyone. It's not going to put off any would-be rapist whatsoever. Because the only thing that deters crimes like this are really harsh, stiff penalties. So anyway, all Premier League football players are now to undergo mandatory sexual consent training. So if you thought the Premier League here in England was woke, you ain't seen nothing yet, all right? You know, you've got the Gareth Southgate's England team pandering to every fucking minority community out there and taking the knee for Black Lives Matter and getting involved in issues that doesn't involve them, all right? They seem to be concentrating on everything but fucking football these days. That's why they're losing. They could take a leaf out of the Lionesses, the England women's football team, and pick tactics and merit over wokery. Then maybe they might start winning a few things. What do you think? Now, I know some, if not most, footballers come across as a bit thick. These people have been institutionalised. They have been picked from an early age to dedicate their lives to a multi-billion-dollar football club, which is basically a business corporation now. And that's all they do is football, 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 and then progress to party, 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 drinking, drinking, women, women, drugs, drugs, etc. So I probably understand, because there have been a few footballers recently, and of course in the past, but more so recently, who have been done for the most horrendous sexual abuse of women and men, as well as kicking cats. You know, these footballers, they're horrendous human beings. Look at Ryan Giggs. Look what he did recently. But still, I think it's pretty patronising and pandering of the Premier League to do this. So what's going to happen is going to be a workshop, and these players will go there to be educated about sexual relationships, seeking consent and understanding sexual harassment and bullying. And if football clubs fail to deliver the new training, they'll face disciplinary action. Now, this has happened because the Premier League had a meeting with some women groups, Level Up, End Violence Against Women, and 3 Hijabs, whatever that means. Now, I think the 3 Hijabs pressure group should be concentrating on their own culture when it comes to violence against women, but that's another video for another time. So, in my opinion, not only is this really, it's just so patronising of their own players. Right, they're grown-ups, for heaven's sake. If you feel another grown-up needs to go on a training course to know that it's wrong to rape a woman, then you call the fucking police on them. It's that simple. Don't send them on a fucking course. If they're a danger to women, call the police, get them jailed. But if you think as an employer or as a grown-up that other grown-ups need to do this, then quite frankly, I think you are a pandering idiot and a condescending, self-righteous one at that. You see, this is what happens when woke gets involved in stuff. You go woke, you go broke. The England football team, the men's, they went woke. They got broke. They lost the final, even though they were ahead 1-0 during the main game. And it's happening all over the world. Films, you got a woke film, it doesn't do well. Woke businesses, they're backing woke projects, vanity projects, and people don't like it. They don't like wokery being shoved down their throats. You know, the Premier League, the Football Association, football teams, they should be concentrating on football, and that's it. And they should have written back to these pressure groups, the Level Up, the 3 Hijabis, whatever the fuck that is, and End Violence Against Women, and say, listen, we appreciate your concern, but with all due respect, just piss off somewhere else. That's what I would have done. Right? It's that simple. And businesses, establishments, organisations, they need to be told, you get involved with woke pressure groups, you involve any sort of left-wing progressive nonsense, and you're finished. People don't like it. They don't like it being shoved down their throats. And once again, they're targeting a male-dominated establishment, the Premier League. And by forcing them to do this to their own employers, to their own colleagues, these female pressure groups are once again demonizing men and already assuming that if they don't do this course, then, they're rapists in waiting. It's awful, it's horrible, and it does absolutely nothing for you. That's what I think. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I hope you're having a great weekend. Until the next time, Roger Trout.